This is the weekly sales meeting for the week of January 8th, 2023. My name is Chris Fleming. You can reach me at chris@cdmediaconsulting.com or go to our website at cdmediaconsulting.com. Today's topic is the mark of a healthy organization. When we look at healthy organizations and compare them against the toxic ones, there is a common theme. It gets revealed on the first day and the first hour, and it is how they treat your arrival. It is how they treat you on your first day and your last day. One will be an indicator of the other. Many companies do not have a good plan for new hires. Some call this onboarding, but they approach it from the process side of the business. It is all forms but no functions. The onboarding process should include what the new hire will be responsible for and how they fit in the current structure of the organization. How will their presence impact others in the ecosystem? And all of that is almost never addressed. This is less of a problem with the entry-level hire. It becomes more of an issue at the middle and upper management levels, and most always at the top level. This is where a change could mean a change in direction, process, or execution for everyone else. Most companies, or at least the ones I have had the opportunity to manage or impact, have zero plans to manage the internal changes. They have not thought about what will take place next with the addition of a new persona. They throw a new personality into the mix and say, have at it. Brazen naivete, these companies expect a seamless transition to a comfortable path forward. But the reason there is a new personality in the mix is something has changed. The old person left, voluntarily or otherwise, or there is a new opportunity on the horizon. Either way, what the company should not want is business as usual. They want business as unusual, and that starts on day one. Healthy organizations have a plan on day one. The weak ones do not. If ever you have the occasion to join a new company in a new role, watch how this unfolds. If the company has a solid plan, a rollout to staff, and a clear explanation of your role and its impact on everyone else, you have joined a solid company with a vision and eyes on the horizon. Yet, if on day one you arrive and there are no such announcements, and people are unclear about your role, the company direction, and what the plans for the future are, you are going to be in for a bumpy ride. Retail giant Sam Walton said this: the way management treats associates is exactly how the associates will treat the customers. This starts at the very top on the very first day. It is about respect, and it is respect for the people in your organization at all levels. When a new person comes in, that is an expectation from everyone else. All people in the company want to know, how does this impact me? Be prepared for that explanation to be clear. That should be the hallmark of the onboarding. Making sure everyone understands the role of this new hire. Not only do they understand this role, but they are incapable of misunderstanding the opportunity. McDonald's founder Ray Kroc said, "You're only as good as the people you hire." Even at that, your organization will only be as strong as the internal communication that either sets it up for success or failure. This starts with the opening narrative for any new hire. The best thing you can do is nail the launch. Otherwise, your company will be swimming upstream from day one. Any new employee with the power to transform your company will not reach that potential. Don't cripple the company by failing the launch strategy. Former football coach Jimmy Johnson is now a studio analyst for Fox's NFL Sunday program. While he was a coach, he had a winning philosophy. He said, treat a person as if he were where he could be and should be, and he will become what he could be and should be. Meaning that those that are given a clear path to success will surpass your expectations. Those swimming in a murky water will drift off into oblivion. That is all up to leadership. It is up to those at the top to have a great plan for introducing a new personality into their place of business. As we have discussed, everyone enters from their own point of view. If you want them to have a different point of view, that needs to be laid out on day one. It can't be something left to the imagination of others. Most will assume a negative impact. No matter who that employee is and at what level they are hired, setting them up for success on day one is a key component to future growth. Nolan K. Bushnell is in the Video Game Hall of Fame. I did not know there was such a place, but he is one of the founding fathers of video gaming. He brought Atari into the mainstream as its co-founder. He was later responsible for the children's restaurant Chuck E. Cheese. He said, hire for passion and intensity. There is training for everything else. When you have someone who has both of those characteristics, it would be a shame to handcuff them under the shackles of what we have always done for the sake of convenience. If you have hired someone to make necessary changes to your organization, let them get to the business at hand. Don't slow down progress to let the rest of your company catch up. Believe in the vision of the future and take the first step by paving the road to success. Tell everyone at the same time what the future will bring and the road we are all traveling to get there. Good people won't stay in a company that is ripe with communicable dysfunction. Peter Drucker wrote, accept the fact that we have to treat almost everybody as a volunteer. In leadership positions, we cannot be vague or unclear. We should not leave things to interpretation. Our vision and the route need to be clear. As leaders, remove obstacles from the path. Do not place landmines. Do not cheer for failure as some do. Cheer for success. Help your team navigate the space and provide guidance along the way. If you are not providing assistance to get to the goal, what are you adding to the conversation? There are times when our own ego gets in the way. We cannot stand it when others shine when we believe it should have been us. In healthy companies, credit is shared, not coveted. Watch for that in whichever organization you join. If you are involved in hiring new people for your company, look for opportunities to grow, not maintain. Look for those who will enhance the vision, not detract from it. Once you hire them, set them up for success rather than failure. You identified them as the best fit for the opportunity. Give them the tools and resources to prove you right. Advertising executive David Ogilvy says hire people who are better than you are and leave them to get on with it. Look for people who will aim for the remarkable, who will not settle for the routine. If all you want is someone to keep the ship going in the same direction, do not hire visionaries. Hire maintenance workers. These are great at running your playbook, but if you are trying to make a change, make a splash, hiring someone with new ideas and telling them to run the old playbook isn't a solution. It is window dressing on the same set of problems. If you are being recruited for another job, look around at the people in the organization. Look at their longevity. Look at the recruitment efforts. Ask the question, why is this job open? What is the history of the last person who had it? How many people have had this role in the last 10 years? Why did the last person leave? What is the onboarding strategy for the entire company when you arrive? This last question will be revealing. If they are unsure or don't know, it may be a red flag. They are not thinking about growth and getting healthier. They are thinking about how to preserve the past. And that is not a company that has a future. The onboarding question is telling. It tells you if the company is progressive or regressive. It tells you if the recruitment conversations will hold true once hired. It tells you if their words and actions are in concert. It tells you what to expect on both day one and telegraphs what to expect on your very last day. My new book, You Can't Lead from the Back of the Room, Nor Should You, is now available on Audible as an audiobook download. If you like what you have heard here today, please consider downloading a copy or two. You can always send one to a friend. Go to cdmediaconsulting.com right now and follow the instructions to order.